Alright guys, as promised, welcome to a very special and exciting episode. I cannot wait to unbox this. This is the frame of the car. This is where everything is going to start coming together. So let's dive into issue number 10. Alright guys, as promised, right here you can see we've got the frame and we've got a bunch of different screws, which is going to start connecting all of what we have here. Quick breakdown, we've actually got a couple pages. And the next issue, which we currently do not have in hand, is going to be the engine support. So that's going to be what's coming up next. So I have a feeling this is going to be quite a bit of work. So right here, you can actually see we are going to start by installing these to the frame. So we're going to set those there. Preparation, and we're going to unbox this. This is like a glory moment. We've got the card here for issue number 10, don't need that, and they've actually given us another screwdriver. It's the same identical screwdriver, except it seems like this one actually has a bigger head on it, so I can now stop using the one from the Ecto 1. We now have one with a larger head, so that's cool. So looks like some of these screws are probably going to be a little bit larger, which makes sense with such an amazing large piece of die cast here. This is incredible. And you know what's actually unique is the fact that this here, which is actually kind of loose, and kind of loose here, is actually screwed on. So this is already pre-assembled by them. I guess that's their way of helping speed things up. I'm not really sure, but I'm going to go ahead and actually tighten these, which isn't something it says you have to do in the manual there, but probably from shipping and sitting they've came loose, so that's solid now. And go right here and do the same thing. So when you guys get this, just be warned that there are these two pieces that are already screwed on that do not need to be added on. They're already done, which, I mean, realistically they could have left it for you to do, but they didn't. So just make sure you check those, because those may be loose, like in my case they were. So here's our frame, and here is our AP, AM, GM, BM, and our DM gone with the box. So this is what we've got. Looking over here at the magazine. Alright, so it would appear that this is going to be the front of the car, and we are going to install the left suspension. So this one says right, so that one will go here, and this one says left, so this one will go here. Okay, so we have our right and our left. Now we have to take, it looks like it's actually going to slide like this. Okay, so that's actually going to sit there. And then we have to take the BMs. So we're going to move this one out of the way. And BM. Let's go ahead and get... Looks like we're going to have to get 4 of these ready. We're going to need 4, so... I wish these baggies were a little bit easier to open up here. Okay, so putting that there and then just kind of flipping it, and then that happens. Kind of figures, didn't expect any different. So we'll just leave that alone. This one we're going to take our old screwdriver, the smaller head, and we're going to start working these right down in. So try to get that nice and straight. There we go. And we're going to grab another one. Probably could try the other. I might actually try the other screwdriver just to see how it does. Maybe they did that because this smaller one is like not really efficient. Oh, let's see. Let's see if we can actually still do this with this one. Oh, we can. Actually does bite a lot nicer. Oh, I got slipped off there. Go to this one. I actually do like this new screwdriver a lot better. Okay, so we're kind of together, just don't want to hit it, nothing else. Nice and tight. Nice and tight. Alright. So there you guys have it. We have one of the pieces on. And the spring works. A little bit of pressure, it's actually working. So I'm going to keep this flipped over, and we can go ahead and set this one, which same thing, it's just not going to hold. So just take our screw and our screwdriver, try to line that up, and just make sure it goes in nice and straight. And honestly, as long as you have the screw lined up straight, there's really no issues getting in. If you get it crooked, that's where you're going to have a problem. And then even if you try backing it out afterwards, I mean, at that point it's kind of a pain in the ass. So try to have the patience. I'm kind of telling myself this in the same token as telling you guys, but just try to have some patience, and it'll all work out. So there we go, that's nice and tight as well, and you can see it's a working shock. So all right, so that's on. Next up is going to be taking this plate. Now that's this one here, and we're going to put it, okay, I see it. So there's these holes right there, and it's going to go like this. That's a little weird. Okay, and that's going to be using the AM screws. Let's get these BMs packed up that we're done with. I'm like so excited, I just can't believe that we're finally working on this. This one's definitely going to use the smaller of the two screwdrivers. So just trying to feel that out. It's not going. There we go. A little bit of pressure and it went in. I'm not going to put it all the way through yet. Just gonna get these all in. Then we can go from there. So it's just going to be these three. Alright, this last one I want to crank down on. Definitely getting in your guys' way with the above camera a little bit here. Okay, and so we've got 1, 2, and 3, and they're in nice and secure. Next, we are going to be taking our piece here, which this is that section that we skipped ahead on, and it's actually going to funnel up through there. It's going to be just like this, and this piece is going to connect to here. Oh, don't fall out. And this piece is going to connect in the center there. So that's a good note. That's at least going to hold it in place. Assuming the steering wheel is probably going to connect to that. That's just my assumption. So we're going to be taking the GM screws here, and they're going to go in these two holes. Okay, there we've got our two. So we'll start with this one, which is already holding in place. Okay, that's all nice. And next we've got this one, so right there and like that. Hopefully we can get this one to sit the way we need it to, right there, just like that. That one. We're going to finalize this one. Alright, that's good. Alright, so right here you can see now that has its movement back and forth. Just a little bit. There we go. Just like that. It's a little bit weird, but I'm sure once everything's settled into where it needs to be, it'll kind of make sense. Okay, so we're actually going to take the DM and we're going to attach these, and the part from the brake is actually going to be the top portion, and these screws are going to go upward. So let's grab our DMs here, and currently we're going to need just 2 of these. I'm going to flip this upside down, and let's see, we're going to use the bigger one, I think. Yes. So, like this, through here, and down into that. So that's going to be just a tiny bit tricky. Okay, so that's on as best as I can feel it being on. And we'll set the stage for this one now. And just right down in. I'll put my finger back here for something to put some pressure with and we're going to go right in. It's actually not even a lot of turns to get that in, but it's in. So now this turns that. So you guys can see this is a working mechanism. A little bit tight, but it'll loosen up. It's tight just for me tightening it. Next, we're going to add the top portion. So this is going to be a top cover. Right here, we'll go above. So this is going to go here like this, I'm assuming. I don't. No, okay. Under, okay. So this is going to go here like this. And then we're going to flip this back around. So let's make sure that this is sitting where it needs to be. That's in. So a little clunky here. I'm sure this will all pull together. We need the DMs, so let's go ahead and pre-get some of these out because I foresee this being a little bit of a pain. Load it up, and 1, 2, 3, 4 locations. So I'm going to start by going in this back location first, and hopefully it takes, which it may have. I think it did. I'm like a little bit afraid to find out, honestly. Nope. Alright, it took. Let's set that back down, load up another screw here, and we're going to go back in right here. Okay, so those two took. Get our next set of 2 DMs. Ooh, well that's odd. There's like a little, I don't know if you guys can see that on camera there, but it's like a little spike out of something. I don't understand that. That came out of the DM. That must be a faulty screw that they were going to make. It's a little bit weird, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to end up actually putting it, I'm going to put that back in the bag just to have it, I guess, just in case it was actually for something, even though I'm pretty sure it wasn't. Okay, so that's like that. Going in and tightening down. So that's on. We'll take our next DM here. That's going to go in here. Now we're going to go ahead and make sure all of them are nice and snug. Okay, that one's good. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. Okay. Looks fantastic so far. Oh, I am so loving this. This is awesome. Alright. Let's put this back. Its orientation. Oh, this is so cool. So that's done with that. Next step is going to be this plastic piece, which we had and this is going to go, let's see, we'll flip this around. It's going to go attaching here, and these pieces are going to go in through there. And this is going to be installed with the AP screws. So put these DMs back. And like I said, I'm going to keep that one little piece just because I don't know what the story is behind that. So we'll keep that for now. Okay. Have one loaded up here. We're going to sneak this side in. And once I get this one in, the rest should be easy peasy from there. Alright, so there's that. Stick that piece in. I'm just going to finish this side. I'll actually tighten this side down too while I'm at it. And then we'll do that other side. That. And there's that. Okay, now we're going to get this side attached. We can line that up. This going in straight, and there we go. All right, so there's all of what's there assembled. Okay, so now we actually have to pop the center cap off and put a screw through the washer through the rim. So, not sure why we had to install the center caps. I think that's a little ridiculous because now we actually have to pop them off. So hopefully we can do that without damaging it, which we did. Okay, so that's there. Get our washer lined back up again like that. And we're going to be using, what screw is that? The GM. So the wheels will be installed with the GM screws. Doesn't matter which one goes where. So I'm actually going to have the washer lay. I'll put this in there through the washer. And then we're going to maneuver the frame like this. Maybe? No, I'll hold it up. Possibly. See if I can get a grab here. Okay, we got it to grab. So it's going in. I don't know if it's going in straight. This is a little difficult because there's really no way to hold this and do it. And that moves, which is making life a little bit. Actually, yeah, that. Alright, so cool. So I forgot about that. That the tire actually does fold down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to fold it down and screw it in that way. That way I can put the pressure it needs. That'll be that. tight, and back on. So that's what the magnet does. For anybody that was wondering, it does that. I'm gonna set that cap to the side. Pop that one out. Again, I still think it's a little stupid that we had to do that. And that's right in. And same thing, we're gonna get that to go inside. Hopefully this will grab. It did. Okay, so same thing. It's alright, well this one's not as wobbly. So let's see what we can do here with this one. Now we've actually got a good way to grab it. Okay. Now it's on better. So, wheels are a little funky because of the magnets, but they're on. They roll, kind of. Get stuck on something. Yeah, I don't like all that movability, which is due to that piece. So let's see what we can do here to work on this a little. There we have it with the tires. So next step, I'm just going to again one last time just verify that these are on as tight as I'd like them to be. Which they are. And we're going to put the center caps back on. Just like that. That one's flush, this one's not. Okay. Alright guys, so there you have it. A lot accomplished in this episode. We have finally gotten the front tires put on. Pretty soon you'll be able to see the front fender on there, so just giving a little tease here. There's how that would be, and soon enough we'll have the back bumper on here, probably up here somewhere. So this is what we were left with, this nice big piece of frame, and next up, it's going to be work on the motor mounts, so make sure you guys are subscribed, ring the notification bell, and I'll see you guys next week.
The apocalypse.